Ladies and gentlemen, just Sunstrider here. Welcome back to another Thoughts on video. Today I'll just be staring at the Xcom to War of the Chosen title screen. I won't be playing anything. But the Xcom 2 developers finally revealed what they were planning behind the retrospective live streams. Because yesterday, by the time you guys watch this, they did their final retrospective live stream, which I wasn't able to actually watch because I was at work all morning from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., so that was fun. But they have uploaded a small teaser video on YouTube, which link will be in the description below because that is the video I'll be most referencing. And what they have planned is not the last enemy. Right, it's not this big, huge expansion project. While it could very well still be in development, the developers had other plans, right? Which, you know what, I'm not too salty about, right? I mean, it still looks cool and I'm still interested. And I guess it'd be easier on the modding community and all that stuff, but I remember talking in the last Thoughts on video when I was talking about the last enemy, about it being a new game or just an expansion for Xcom 2 War of the Chosen. And when I saw the teaser tweet for this retrospective live stream that happened, sort of like after the second retrospective live stream, but before the one that was yesterday, where the Xcom Twitter account showed the picture of Bradford in Enemy Within gear. Right, I was talking to Andy on the last Thoughts on video, and I mentioned something about kind of a subplot for Xcom 2 that is kind of like took place in the timeline between Enemy Within, like the base defense capturing of the commander in Enemy Within, to the start of Xcom 2 before they get the Avenger online. And I fucking called it, alright? I will take a screenshot of the conversation and post it on Twitter if you guys don't fucking believe me. Or you can just look back at the last Thoughts on video I did of the last enemy. I fucking called that shit. That's what they did. They made a subplot, and they also kind of remastered a bunch of stuff from Enemy Within. Right? So they're bringing back the old Enemy Within armor and weapons, which is still fucking cool. It's a good trip down memory lane, right? It's kind of like an HD remake, you could say, but not of the whole game. I mean, I wish they added some other things like shivs and, you know, UFO hunting and firestorms. And hell, maybe even Exalt, but, I mean, it is what it is. Now, you know, I'm not trying to overhype this either because, I mean, I'm still skeptical, I think that's what you call it. I don't fucking know, right? I'm still technically kind of on the fence about this because I am disappointed it's not as big as like the last enemy would have been. But I mean, it's still kind of nice to do, right? Because I mean, it's the anniversary of Enemy Within, right? At least I'm pretty sure it's the anniversary of Enemy Within. It could be the anniversary of UFO Defense, which they did mention, but I'll get to that later. Alright, so it's kind of fitting that they would remaster Enemy Within equipment, you know, instead of announcing a whole new game / expansion. So I mean, it's a nice little thing, and as an added bonus, owners of Xcom 2 War of the Chosen on PC will get it for free, right? I mean, they're leaving consoles in the dust, but honestly, Xcom 2 was a PC game to begin with, and it really should have stayed a PC exclusive. Like, in all honesty, right, it should have stayed a PC exclusive just so they wouldn't be in the situation that they are now, right? Because after watching the and looking at the comments on the video that they posted to YouTube about it, a lot of people are a little salty that it's not coming to consoles. And according to the developers, they have no intention of making it for consoles, right? So honestly, Xcom 2 should have just stayed a PC exclusive. That's just my opinion, so they wouldn't be in this situation now. But I'm not a game dev, so I don't fucking know. I don't know, they might release it in a couple of months for consoles, as shitty as they are right now. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what they are, what it's all about. So this is called the Tactical Legacy, or the Legacy Tactical Content Dump. I can't remember the exact wording. Right, so on top of kind of remastering a bunch of enemy within equipment, which as far as I can tell from the video, it will appear, or you might have an option to activate them in like a normal War of the Chosen campaign. So maybe instead of using the XCOM 2 weapons, you can use the enemy within weapons. I also noticed that as they were in the squad setup, they showed a bit of a squad setup scene. They also updated animations, right? Because you know how the Attitude changes their animations in the squad setup, right? Like the twitchy one is all looking around, and the by the book is standing at attention, and all that stuff. They updated those a little bit, right? And I think it also changes per weapon now too. And I'm actually a big fan of fresh animations because it just gives it a new lively feel to the game, right? So, I mean, it'd be interesting to see how those work out. Fucking one of the most interesting things of the whole thing is the animations for me, but anyway. Right? So there's that. Now, that's just a little detail I've noticed, right? But, anyway, in this new update, it will be its own separate option down here. I think it was like in between options or character pool or challenge mode and options. This is like big green, purple button, or blue button, whatever it was. And it says Legacy Hub. You click on that, and there's 3 different things that pop up. Over here is like the main mode, which is the kind of like the sub-story plot timeline between Enemy Within and XCOM 2. That's over here. In the center, I think there was like a skirmish mode, which based on other strategy games, a skirmish mode is technically create your own missions or just play randomly, right? Maybe you'll be able to build your own squad of aliens and fight a predetermined squad of aliens. Who knows? And the last option, well, it's an offline challenge mode. I don't know how that's going to work, but it's different from this one. I can't even access this one, right? Right, yeah, because I have mods, right? And apparently, challenge mode is broke with mods. Oh well. Maybe if I do a vanilla XCOM 2, maybe if I end up doing a Spectrum playthrough, I'll be able to reset the config and the workshop folders for XCOM 2 War of the Chosen and have challenge mode back. Or maybe it's just broken forever, who knows. Right, and overall, that's pretty much all that they said. And apparently the Legacy mode, like the sub-storyline, is just going to be tactical missions, right? There's going to be no strategic layer and no Avenger base management. Which, I mean, I wouldn't have mind to maybe, like, operate outside of a small resistance camp. But, I mean, it's not like they're going to have a big, expansive base like the Avenger, right? Because they probably didn't get the Avenger up and running until they were ready to free the Commander. Can imagine the Avenger took quite a lot of time and effort to rebuild. And maybe we'll finally figure out what the fuck happened to Ballin. Like, I know Shen's father, Lily Shen's father, died, probably of old age. He was a pretty old dude. An Enemy Within. right? So, you know, he probably died of natural causes. And we have no idea what the fuck happened to Valen. Valen was pretty young, right? Valen was maybe late 20s, early 30s. Maybe. Alright, that's completely guessing. I'm pretty sure her age is somewhere on the wiki, but I don't feel like searching that up. That's just a wild guess. Alright, Valen was pretty young, so she still had a lot of life left to live. I mean, she had time to fucking make the alien rulers, so she's obviously still kicking somewhere. Maybe she's in a fucking submarine. Living in a yellow submarine or something, I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much all they said. I mean, slightly my final thoughts of this before, because I mean, there's not really much else to talk about until it actually comes out. I'm not going to watch any gameplay or anything of it leading up to that point because I want to be as kind of blind as I can with this, because you better believe I'm going to record the legacy mode, and I might try out the other two modes, just kind of as separate videos, but I'm definitely going to play through the legacy mode on my channel, maybe after Raiders World, because I'm still going to finish Raiders World before I do any of that stuff, right? I want to finish my current campaign, and then hopefully the legacy mode will let me play it with some mods activated. If not, I'll have to deactivate all my mods, play the legacy mode, and then get my next playthrough set up. Because the legacy mode is probably not going to take that long, I can't imagine. Right, because it's not like there's any strategic layer, right? It's just a bunch of tactical missions, and there's only so much they can do with a bunch of tactical missions. But we'll see. The only thing left to do is wait. October 9th is when it comes out. And I will probably not be able to play it right away, and I won't watch any gameplay of it. So if somebody like Dureva or Christopher Odd decides to play it, I will not be watching them right away. I want to play it myself. I want to be as blind as I can with it. Other than that, not much else to talk about. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to state your opinions in the comments below. And I'm out. Peace.